I really appreciate you having me on again and for sharing your story every Monday. It's very awesome. I actually like have a background that same way. Like grew up on what someone called the white diet, like crackers, pasta, bread. Like until a roommate of mine did the same thing. He's like, "Hey, try quality proteins and fruits and vegetables," and it really just like changed everything. Uh, Got me like off the couch to being much more active, much more enthused with life, just like having much more fun. I always think like, what if, and because Purium was around 5 years ago and I was running through all that, but if there was a company to support me, that would have been a totally different story. So that led me down to wanting to do more things, live a more exciting life, be more active. So now I was down here in Florida about 2 years ago, and I just entered into the dive industry, like scuba professional, doing all these things. And obviously it was a lot of fun, but there was just a lot of challenges associated with it in terms of like the physical toll that it was taking on my body. The logistics of the work I needed people to teach. I could only teach so much in a day. There's so much cost associated with it. People would cancel. That's a story I'll get into with the bonus that I was just awarded. It was a real saver of someone that just canceled all last week on me last minute. Um, and then just the stress, the financial stress that I was feeling, like it's like, oh, I'm living the life. I'm like, I'm going to the beach on my off day, but all I'm thinking about is just like, this is not breaking even. And it's just like, it doesn't afford any kind of other opportunity for me because the work is just the randomness of the schedule. I just really was torn. I didn't know what to do. And I was thinking all the time, just like, there needs to be a situation that I can create that's just like work whenever, however, like just give me flexibility and like what I need. I was like, I need this, I need this, I need this. And then I was introduced actually on YouTube by a health mentor of mine. I connected with someone in the comments who said he was on his team, who I've still never met him. We talked on the phone a few times and we got connected. And I was like, you know what, I was doing all the research, I was digging into finding documents, all that stuff. And I was like, what's the worst that can happen? I was like, I invest into some products for my health, which are totally aligned with my lifestyle. And I learn a business, and that's the worst that can happen. And the best that can happen is obviously even yet to come. But I'm excited to meet him, my sponsor. He's been such a support these past 2 years. Meet him at Diamond Club, and things have been really exciting. It's been really uncomfortable, but there's been a lot of growth that's happened from it. Given me a lot of relief on the days where either the weather cancels or something, that I have something to fall back on and wake up, schedule my day out how I want, make the calls that I need to, connect with the people. But I could work from home from my computer, my phone. If I end up having to travel for the other job, I can work from there, which is amazing, the flexibility that affords me. And then the business idea is so brilliant. Like it's like I'm technically like an independent contractor. So for me to like want to do my own thing and teach people, I have to set up a bank account. I have to buy insurance. I have to buy all this gear. Then I have to market, and then I have to sell, and then I have to perform, and I have to deliver on the thing. Where with Purium, it's like so much of that support, as we say, like I'm in business for myself still, but I'm not by myself. I have you, I have the entire corporate team. I have so many other brand partners around the country and the world to support me, where it's like now there's just so much more off my plate, and I can focus on sharing the thing that my roommate did to me. That's just like, hey, if you eat a little bit better food, you might experience a little bit more life. And I'm like, oh, really? Like, let me share that with people and like take the stress off of it. Cause like, it's just nice. I'm not an expert. I don't have a lot of background in this, but I can do certain things of it. And the rewards that I've seen, just financially, sure, but personally as well, it's been really amazing. Never really that good at stuff when we start. It takes a little bit of practice. The gym, learning to dive, getting into a new business, like it's always going to take a little bit of time. And I was so shy. And I told my sponsor, I was like, I'm going to get out and just like go meet people and like, and then everything happened 2 years ago. And he was like, you should try getting on social media. I didn't have social media. I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And he's like, well, I suggest that you do it. And I was like, okay. And that just took so much practice, like put myself out there, meeting people on there, having communication, like learning how the whole system works. But I didn't know any of that. I was still super shy, which has been a huge thing that I've gotten over is like, meeting people from Instagram in real life, like starting conversations when I'm out in public, which is cool. It's something that like I was kind of using Purium for. I was like as encouragement, because it's not just, it doesn't always lead to a business connection. It's friends, it's people that I can learn to dive with. It's just so much. It's so involved with everything. But yeah, I've just had a lot of support, a lot of accountability from the people on my team. I've been able to give that to people on the other parts of my team too, but accountability, challenges, and trust. Just like, hey, we're going to do this together. We're going to practice. We're going to like learn from our mistakes. And that's been really interesting, because that has also transferred over to my profession, like being able to deliver a message, being able to demonstrate value, know what we have and communicate that has helped me, like whether it be a dive gear or dive classes. And then the public speaking of like, hey, this is how not to die underwater has helped me being like, hey, this is how to just simply eat like these products, or like how to learn about this business model. So like the cross benefit is just top notch. And like, that's what was really helpful for me, because I tried other little side businesses and I was like, this is good at this. This isn't good at making me a better person or making me a better professional or making me just a better friend. That is one of the most exciting things. And I want to start just by thanking my team for supporting me and being with me. Like I absolutely could not have done this without them. And I had no clue who they were 2 years ago too. That's the fun part. Like, because I like I told you, I was like, I want to grow a business. I like business. I just never had the exact entrepreneurial vehicle to do it with, because it was always like invest all this money, start a restaurant. I'm like, no, I'm going to do that. So I wanted to do that, and but it took me a lot. I was, like I said, I was scared, I was shy, I didn't want to do it, and it took me over too long to find my first few brand partners. But the three that I found they were my directors for Diamond, so like they've been really supportive. And like, it's been nice to offer that opportunity to them, like, because they were in the situation that I was in, and some random guy on the internet offered it to me. So I'm happy that I could be the random guy on the internet that could be like, hey, like, I know that you love health and health foods and you need a little extra income, and like, we can we can do this together. Like, we can learn, because none of us knew the answer. But yeah, Purium has just been super supportive with everything. As I mentioned, like my clients canceled on me on Monday for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It was a whole week of work. But the bonus from the rank declaration that I won actually covered that week of work. I know, it's amazing. That's just been a total saver. And it just like gives me a lot of peace of mind. Like I said, I was just so stressed about where the future was going. But now I'm like excited. I'm like, oh, give me some more like time off of work. Like I need to, like, I have something to work on. I have a game plan. I have a focus, like down, like I have like a vehicle to get me to where I need to be, because it's just so amazing. The profits available with this. There's just like so little, because when I look at scuba, it's just to do a day is hundreds and hundreds of dollars of expenses. And it's just not the case with Purium. It's just so supportive. And then you guys offer this trip to California to headquarters. It's just like, that is just so awesome. Cool thing. Like there's one team I have in California that the sister-in-laws are now able to work together. They were friends, and now they're friends in business. It's just like so amazing. And I have another gentleman in Utah. Like, we're always talking about the growth that we experienced, because we were both shy guys. So like being able to work with people on that and support people, because everywhere I see people, they're having the same issues. Like, we're all so different, but we're also the same. And like, it's so amazing to have that thing to offer to people, in the same way that my roommate was able to offer hey, try a different way to eat. It's like, try a different way to work. It's like, to have both of those things to just hold out our hands is so amazing. I love it. And I thank you every day, because I wouldn't be able to be a part of this company. Like, yeah, I could buy the products, which would be great, but it's to be like talking with you, like like be able to communicate, and like everyone is so receptive to like comments or suggestions of how to improve things, that like we're just a stronger customer base because we're able to work with the business. I love it. It's the most brilliant idea I've ever seen. All you had to do was show me the ingredient list and I'd be like, yeah, that works. And it's plastic free. Yeah, that's fine. I was at a kava bar. I don't know if you have those over in California, and the bartenders just complaining about digestion issues. I was like, can I make you a shake? I have it in my car. And I was traveling too. I can't tell you how good I'm on an ultimate lifestyle transformation plus performance right now. And it just can keep me out in the water all day, traveling. But yeah, so I shared it with her and I gave her one biomedic. She was like, I'm feeling it already. Like, so she was interested in that. Customers, everybody, like I said, needs a little health bump often, whether it be from the bottom or from the top, wherever they're at. And then a lot of people are still looking for some kind of opportunity, whether it be a small gig or a big gig. So I'm always looking for talent. I'm looking for people that are hungry, willing, coachable, enthusiastic. Like they don't need to be previous business moguls, sales, real estate people, nothing like that. That was not my background. It's really just a willingness to do the work. Not that it's super hard. It's pretty simple, but yeah. So I'm always just sharing, and whatever people need, that's kind of what I try and offer that to them. To get all the information that they want, like I dug through so much more information than I was given, because I was just like, I bet there's something in here that I'm not seeing. And then think like, what's the worst that can happen? Because I love that you take out that fee. I didn't pay for anything that I didn't consume. Like it was a gift. So what's really the worst that can happen with the free trainings, the free mentorship, the community, the products? And then if you trust your upline to get started, trust them to keep you going, because they have a system for you to follow, just like any business would. So trust them the whole way. Don't just but a lot of times people think that they don't need to follow the system, that they're like, I got it. You're here just for whatever. I'm going to just do it myself. But then we get caught up a little bit, make some mistakes. So yeah, it is best to follow the system.